The BMW iX is BMW's first fully electric SUV, and we have it right here. And this car is really interesting because it has a lot of interesting features you don't expect to find in any car. Like, so right here we do have a self-healing grille, which I'm sure a lot of people already know about. Very similar to vinyl wrap with heat, right temperature, and these scratches, rocks, debris that it scratches only on this portion will self-heal over time. But you still need to install PPF, in my opinion, because this is still just plastic and paint. So I only wish BMW had spread it out a bit more to cover the entire fascia. That would have been interesting and better executed. And then this portion right here, as soon as I unlock the vehicle, which in case you're curious, it uses these new style key fobs. There we go. Now it pops up. This is your windshield filler, because BMW does not want you to have access to the front of this vehicle, which in other words, this does not have a front for a fully electric vehicle, as it requires two people to open up the hood. So BMW doesn't want you to touch the engine compartment in this car at all. So to refill your windshield wiper fluid is this little emblem, which is kind of interesting. Even with those small cons, this thing is pretty powerful. It's dual engine, so it's all-wheel drive, and it's really practical, and I really do like these door handles. Flush, it's slick, it's aerodynamic, and as soon as we open up the door, you'll notice there's a mixture between aluminum and carbon fiber, because this is a full carbon fiber tub. And when it comes to numbers on this car, the one we have here is the base model. The one you've been seeing me use is the Drive 50, which have a 0-60 time of 4.4 seconds, and it has a starting price of $87,000. Now you can settle with the M60 version, which has a quicker 0-60 time, but it retails for a little bit more, as you see right here, as its MSR is well over $100,000. But 0-60 is a quick 3.6 0-60 time, and range is 296. The 50 version has a range EPA between 305 to 310, and was 100% charged was my current one. In the real numbers, the real world numbers, I'm actually able to get easily up to 310 with 100% charge. And when it comes to power, it does have 516 horsepower as well as 564 pound-feet of torque for the xDrive 50. And in case you're curious, you do have your DC fast charging ports right here. Easy to access, quick and efficient, AC, and then DC for those supercharging needs. Now this, having the tail lights like attached to the little cargo hatch, means that there are fixed lights underneath here. As soon as I can find this, there we go. So as soon as those lights shift up, these ones will take over in case you're inside a road with your hazards on. It's like a law requirement. And of course, this height is easily able to be reprogrammed. But back here is pretty spacious. We do have a really deep cargo, like hidden compartment right here. Very similar to like Model Y. And cargo space numbers will be listed on the screen. You can also remove this little cargo privacy. And these seats can be remotely folded down from the back. You just have to get inside to fold them back up. All right, inside. Now, first thing first, your remote start. You still have like a remote start button you have to press to engage the vehicle itself. And lowering the volume does support gesture control, so I could literally do this movement to lower the audio. But I still think it's more efficient using the scroll wheel. Your seat controls are located here, and this does feature the new BMW sportier steering wheel, which is similar to the yoke. I personally like the steering wheel. This is probably one of the best style steering wheels available in the market, because unlike a yoke, you're not limited, because you still have the up and bottom portion, and it's a flat bottom, which is perfect for race scenarios, or if you're a really tall person as well, as the steering wheel won't rub your legs as much. Now there's a lot of like storage compartments for your smartphones, because your door has one right over there. If you like to simply drop this phone, this little slot, you just slide it in and it holds your phone for your passengers. And then over here on the driver's side, you have this unique compartment right here, which it holds in place, and it's pass through. So if you like to fast charge your device, you can always run a cable through here, because right here you do have two USB-Cs, wireless charging, and conveniently placed cup holders. Something I wouldn't personally expect from a German vehicle. And in terms of unique features, this glass roof that you see up here has a privacy mode, because if I simply press this button, it just becomes super, like, I don't know how to describe this, invisible. And then you just push this button and everything just turns clear. So if you want some privacy, just press this. But it still allows light to pass through if you just witness. Ambient lighting is also available and goes along the edges of the windows, which at night looks really awesome from the outside as well. And can be all controlled from this 14.9-inch display that does support wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. To change the lighting, you'll find it right here in the lighting section, and just tap on ambient lighting right here. Unfortunately, it doesn't specify why I can't use this function. I wish BMW integrates this, but you can also change it depending on the different modes you select, which this car has a lot. My personal favorite is sport mode. Feel free to pause to see the complete list. There's a camera option that's available for here, but this model doesn't have that. If yours has this, it'll look like this, but the beauty with this camera, take a quick selfie with like all your passengers, or take a photo of somebody who's like trying to steal your car, just in case somebody breaks in. And this one is the base model, so you don't see the diamond buttons and stuff that you've probably been used to. But even as a base model, it's pretty loaded, except for no 360 camera. Just something I want to mention. The door handles are electric, but in case of emergency, you do have a manual release down here you can always press, so you're not stranded. Before we hop in the back seat, you do have anchor points for baby seats to be placed back here. But back here, of course, you have plenty of cargo space. These little compartments right here support like third-party accessories or BMW's first-party accessories, which allows you to attach an iPad because USB chargers are on top, or a coat hanger. I've seen the community also 3D print some of these stuff too. Cup holders available right here, and as a rear passenger, you have a better view of this all glass roof, and of course you have your ventilated control set behind here. The other unique quirks that this car has, the BMW emblem in the back is actually a sprayer for your rear camera, so I thought that was kind of interesting. But commonly asked questions about this car is missing features that a lot of people expect this thing to have is, one, it's not a Tesla, so it doesn't have Netflix, it doesn't have the capability to go on HBO or Disney, it does not have dog mode. I noticed that was a commonly asked thing on Google search about this vehicle. It does not have camp mode, but you can use your phone as the key for this vehicle, as well as share the virtual key access to other individuals, or just give them the little card like a credit card you've been seeing Tesla's been able to use. This car supports all that. It does feature some type of summon mode, which allows this vehicle to automatically drive like out of a tight spot. And it does have autopilot. And most importantly, again, it's very quick. And unique things that definitely separates it from its competitors. Oh, and unlike other BMWs, this does not have run flats. That's something that I found that was interesting. But aside from that, that's the iX in a nutshell. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little quick tour of all the unique things that this car can offer, and at least making you more aware of the pros and the truthful cons about this car. Thanks so much for watching.